All right, today is a case of Monica Moses and Mr. Elisha, who she reported in the last 2 weeks. We tried to invite the parties, Mr. Elisha and both of them. For some of you that have not been following the case before now, one is the case of unlawful seizure of her property, she told the house that her ex or her boyfriend or her supposed fiancé sees things that she had been buying, stocking in the house of the guy, because both of them planned to settle the marriage. But along the line, something prompted up, which the relationship went sour, and she on her own decided to go on with her life. But why we cannot also give full details, because Monica Moses will be connected to us to listen to her own details of the case. Because before now, the case would just like give a summary of what she told the house to Mr. Elisha that day. But I believe today we'll have Mr. Elisha connected to us in this house, and both of them will listen to both segments, and whereby we will have a peaceful and better reconciliation and resolve or resolution of this case as far as this matter is concerned. So join us as we connect to Monica Moses to briefly listen to what she will tell the house. Thank you.
Hello, ma.
Hello, Monica Moses. Good evening.
Yes, ma.
How are you, ma?
I'm fine, thank you, ma.
Okay, we have you in the house and connected to other peoples in this house as you usually watch our case. Last 2 weeks, we have you reported a case in this office against one Mr. Elisha, who happens to be your fiancé or your husband or your boyfriend. And before now, of course, none of us know your relationship you keep with the man in question. You draw our attention that your properties were seized by the man in his house and other complaints you laid in the house. Please, can we briefly listen to you on how the whole things happened and what you actually want this house to do for you? Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Welcome.
Ma, I'm into a relationship with Elisha.
Okay.
And Elisha went to my family and my parents, and he paid this information money to inform my parents that this is the person that I'm going out with, and this is the person I want to settle down with. So when he paid that money, ma, he got an admission.
Which year was that?
That is almost getting to 15 to 17 years now, ma.
15 to 17 years.
Yes, ma'am.
How old were you then?
Because I was 18 by then, ma. And now I am 33, ma.
Okay, 18 then. Now you're 33.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what really transpired between your parents and Mr. Elisha in that house? What was really your people's intention before both of you visited your family?
No, ma, they don't have any issue. It's just that between me and him, I'm having issue with him because he impregnated 2 ladies. And the first lady he impregnated her, she's pregnant again, and they are staying together. She's staying in his house right now. So I told him that I can't marry him again. I want to marry. So he got angry that I didn't ask a permission from him before starting another relationship. And it has been long that we are not even in a, we can talk, but the relationship is not going on. It's almost, it has been long, ma. So I need my things back. And Elisha was seriously angry that because he bought me generator, that apart my neighbor, that small generator,
Yeah.
that if I didn't refund the generator to him with a certain decoder that he bought for me, that all my things that I bought, the new kitchen things that I bought, I sent home to his place, that he will not give it to me, ma. So me, I need my things back, and I want to be out of this relationship.
Okay, before you introduce Elisha to your family, was he into any relationship that you are aware of?
No, ma.
Okay, what kept both of you so long in just a courtship for 16 to 17 years without marriage after you did introduction in your family? What kept both of you separated so long? What kept...
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
What really happened is that we started the relationship after some few years. I took him to my parents. So after he gave that money, he now got admission at BUK, ATBU. So he went to school, and he spent about 6 years in the school, ma. So because he finished the school, after that he's having carry over, and he writes it for the 5th years, and he went for a service. So all this one, ma, I'm waiting for him. And before Elisha finished the program, I now noticed that he impregnated a lady. So after, from one case to another, after impregnated that one, he impregnated another one. And he later impregnated the other one that gave birth to the first son. And they are even together, they are staying together. He even told me the Christmas period that the lady, she's in his house, because I wanted to go to my younger brother's place. So I wanted to pass to his place and greet his family. He now told me to pass, that woman, she's there and she's pregnant, that if she see me, she will be angry. So to show me that he don't even have a feeling for me, he don't even have a single thing for me in the relationship. But now that I say I want to marry, he said I didn't ask him.
The money they give to your family, what does it stand for?
The money is this thing. It's information money. That is how we call it. To inform the parents that this is the person that I want to settle down with. So the way they used to do it, they will buy wrapper with shoe, with bra for the lady. But some people will give money so that you will use the money and buy it. So it's not that costly wrapper they will buy. They will buy small wrapper like this, small things like that, to take it to the parent and introduce the parent. Tell the parent that this is the person I want to settle down with. So when they go there, he pays more money again. They will buy drinks for the place. And he will be the one to bring the money. So the way I asked my brother tell me how much he paid, although my father is not longer alive. But I asked my younger brother told me that there is one of my father's younger brother that is there. The man is still alive, and he knows everything about it.
So the money paid paid to your family then was not a dowry.
No, ma, it's not a dowry, ma.
How much is the money?
Ma?
How much is the money he gave to your family?
Ma, it's 20,000, ma. That is what my mother tell me. And one of my younger brother is also a pastor. He told me the same thing. And even my father, younger brother, that I called him, I asked him, he said the same thing. And I called Elisha pastor because when the thing wants to happen, ma, he sent his pastor to my father to talk to my dad. I asked the pastor whether he know how much they pay that time. He said he don't know. But he asked me that, am I not married to Elisha still up to now because they transferred the pastor out of that place? I say no. He asked me what happened, and I explained to him. I even tell him about this case.
Okay, when you and Elisha were cutting, have you for once taken for him?
Yes, ma. When I was 18, immediately we started the relationship, I was 18. I took in for Elisha, and Elisha aborted the pregnancy for me, ma.
He aborted.
Even there is one of my uncle that know about the pregnancy. He's a soldier. At that time, he worked in Meduguri. So I went to my uncle, and because I'm 18, I'm underage, I don't even know that I'm pregnant. It's my uncle's wife that noticed it. So she now tell my uncle. My uncle now asks me, and I tell him yes. He now asks Elisha. My uncle called Elisha and asked Elisha that this lady, she comes to my place and she's even pregnant. I don't know. That do you know that she's pregnant? That I'm pregnant too. And I say it's Elisha. Elisha say yes, she's the one. No problem. That she will take care of me. So when I left my uncle's place, I go back to Elisha's place. Elisha now aborted the pregnancy for me.
Yeah.
That he don't like it because he's in school.
He aborted the pregnancy. How many months was the pregnancy?
To reach like 2 to 3 months.
But before the incident, before the second lady took in, have you been visiting Elisha?
Ma?
Before this second lady took in again, before the second person get pregnant, have you been going to Elisha's house?
Yes, ma. I used to visit him. I used to visit him in school, and Elisha himself used to come to my place. He used to come to my place. Even my neighbor, she know him very well.
Okay.
He used to come to my place. At times, I will go to his place. At times, he will come to my place. And that is how we used to do, ma.
When you were buying something, dropping in Elisha's house, have he for once planned a date that this is the year we are getting married, this is the year we are settling down in marriage?
No, ma. The reason why I used to buy those things,
yeah,
because where my mother is, she's not in my local government. She's in another local government. So if the car is going from where I am, it will pass where Elisha is. So I told Elisha to be collecting it from me, because that time we are in good time, and that time I look at it as if we will settle down together. But since he started this thing, I didn't send any of my things to him again.
So far so good, because we also ask you that what and what did you send there, and how much did you think those things worth?
Sorry, ma, I didn't get you, Emma.
Okay, in the last 2 weeks when we have you in the house, I told you that what and what did you think is in Elijah's custody, and how much do you think those things worth? How much are those things in Elisha's house?
My those things will reach 100,000. If you know past 100,000, I have a set of pots, and I have stove. I have 2 basins. I have set of filter. This one they used to filter something. And I have 1 rubber set. That rubber set, now it costs fast because there is a lot of things inside the rubber set. A lot of things inside the rubber set. So I tie the rubber set inside 1 big sack like this. So I even sew the mouth. That is how I send the thing home.
So that is 100,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever given him cash?
Ma, I used to give him cash at times. If I visit Elisha in school, ma, if Elisha is complaining he don't have money, if I have money with me, I will give it to him. And I will use my money to cook. Before I go to that school, ma, I will use my money and buy Elisha boxers. I will buy him some singlet. All these things. I have never even known a day will come like this. But I do it that time out of love.
Okay, have you been living on your own? Are you living on your own, or you are living with your parents?
No, I'm not living with my parents, ma.
You are living alone?
Yes, ma. As for now, I'm working, so I'm living alone, ma.
Okay, all this while that you are dating Elisha, were you living alone or you were living with your parents?
From the beginning of the relationship, I'm with my parents. Before Elisha got admission, before he left home, I'm with my parents. So after he left home to school, I now I now left home. I said, when we started the relationship, ma, I was staying with my parents by then. So after he got admission, he left my state to school. And now, me too, I left home.
To where?
To Kano, ma.
Okay, was it in you people's agreement, since he was your fiancé then, was it in you people's agreement that you were leaving your parents to Kano?
No, ma. I just follow one of my sister. So when he discovered it, he was angry. But when I talked to him, when I begged him, he later forgot about it, to the extent that he used to even pay me visit.
What was your purpose of going to Kano?
It's to work, ma.
To work.
Yes, ma.
And you just left where you were staying. Somebody came to your house and did introduction on your head. That shows that the person is your fiancé and hoping for both of you to settle down in marriage. And you want to leave your parents' house to start living on your own as a single girl. You did not inform your fiancé that you will be going to another state to be working.
No, ma.
For how long did you stay in Kano before he discovered that?
No, it's not even up to 2 weeks. He discovered that I'm in Kano, and he showed me that he's not happy about it. And I begged him for that, and he said he forgive me, and we continue the relationship.
Okay, after he did the abortion, has he for once asked you again to take him for him?
No, ma. I just told him that, ma, I cannot take him again. Even though he will meet me, ma, I will use protection, because I don't want to take him again. Because I look at it as if it's not a good thing. Since if I take him, he will tell me he's in school, he don't want to marry now, he don't want to settle down now. I should go about it. It's better for me to prevent myself from the pregnancy. So that is how I used to do.
Okay, that time the first person get pregnant, after that first lady got pregnant for him, did you take him again after that time? Did you get pregnant again after that time?
No, ma.
You did not?
No, ma.
And he did not ask you to take him for him again?
No, ma.
So both of you were just saying, and you did not also ask him that the time is taking too long. When are we going to settle the marriage? Have you once asked him of that?
Yes, ma. I used to talk to him seriously, because at that time, even me myself, I wanted to settle down. So, and my father, that time my father is alive. My father too is seriously disturbed, to the extent that my mom told me that when I will lose somebody in the village, in my village, I'm the one that tell Elisha that we lost somebody in my village. He now went to the village to greet my dad. My dad now tell him that, what is keeping you so long with this girl? You pay this little information into her head, and you didn't want to do the marriage, that I will not charge you much, oh my son. Just come and marry your wife. The Elisha himself told me that my father talked to him like that, and even my mom told me.
Is Elisha from a Muslim family?
No, ma. He's a Christian, ma. Although Elisha's father and mother is like this, I don't know, they are not Muslim. It's something like pagan, but Elisha is a Christian, and his elder brother is a Christian. The rest of them, they are Muslim.
So no members of your family have confronted him why he has kept you so long, for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, to 15 years? No members of your family have confronted him since then?
It's last year that one of their elder brother came to Kano, because he's having eye problem. So they now send him to come to one hospital in Kano. So Elisha told me that his elder brother is in Kano. I should go and check the man. So when I go there to greet the elder brother, the elder asking me, what is taking you people so long? And in my place, I'm not even allowed to talk to his elder brother. So he tells his son that What is happening? What is keeping this relationship so long that his son children with different women? Me, I can't continue with such man. And I know it that the guy will go back and tell his father.
Okay, that was how the whole thing ends.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you communicate with Elijah, can you on light where you are so that we can see your face clearly?
Okay, ma'am.
You are such a pretty lady, so why are you hiding your face in darkness?
Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. So that is how after the second pregnancy, and you know you are not going to continue, so you called him that you want to go on with your life and you needed your things from us.
The real thing that happened is that there was a day that he called me.
Yeah.
Few days before the first day that you judged the case, he called me and he asked me, he told me that I just laughed over it, and I told him that me, I really want to settle down. Oh, this one that you are having 3 kids, you are expecting the 3rd kid, you are together with that woman. Me, I cannot continue this relationship again. I wanted to marry. I even have somebody that wanted to marry me. So when I say a thing like that, I don't know that Elisha got angry. So he now said, no problem, that he will pray for me because I'm not a good person, I'm not a bad person, and I don't have a bad mind. And I said, thank you. After that, the next day, he just called me on phone, man. He now said, I want you to send my generator down.
All right, I think we're having a network problem. Okay, briefly before now, for us to get the whole story straight, let's quickly try to connect with Elisha. Let's have Elisha back to the house so that we can have Elisha side of the story. Thank you.
Star. Pound.
We are still hoping and waiting for Elisha to pick his call. Hello? Hello, Mr. Elisha. Hello. Hello, Mr. Okay, we are trying to connect you on video, but it's like you blunt my face.
Okay.
Can you pick on video, please?
Hello?
Can you hear me,
I'm not
Mr.
taking you very
Elisha?
much.
Okay, let me call back if we can't hear you, please. How are you, sir?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Elisha. Can you hear me?
Hello, I'm hearing you for far.
Okay, but the place where you are is very dark. Can you get a light? Are you already night over there?
Is it clear now?
Yeah, very okay. Thank you. How are you, sir?
Clear?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Let me change the location. It's like this place is a little bit busy.
All right, all right.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm clear now?
Yes, very clear. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I believe you are hearing. Before now. You were hearing the statement of Monica Moses, the allegation against you. I believe you heard what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, please. Can you briefly respond to what she said, please?
Just as I told you last, I have no case against her whatsoever. But whatever she said she's claiming on me, you should level it out.
You said what?
It's
Sorry.
just because I can't hear you clearly, if I put it like this.
But I can hear you very well.
But I'm not hearing you clearly. The voice is too low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. You are saying something. You said what? What did you say now?
I said I have no case against her whatsoever.
Okay.
But whatever she's claiming on me,
Yeah.
it's left for her to take it out.
Okay, what she's claiming, if you tell the house, that the office, that you have been hearing what she said, she's told us that there are certain things she brought to your house, so many things like home appliances that worth 100,000, if not more. But you refuse her taking those things from the house, and she brought those things there on the ground that she thought both of you will marry, that she had been securing those things in your house. But we can...
Okay, later I'm ask her, when did she come for it that I refuse her from carrying it? If there is anything at all. But I don't know when, whatever she kept there, I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know that she keep for her or she kept it herself.
Hold on, we'll put call across to her now. Thank you.
Okay.
Just hold the line.
Hello?
Hello, Monica Moses.
Hello, Abraham.
Hello, Monica Moses. Can you hear us?
Hello, Bakajinani.
Am I speaking to Monica Moses? Okay, I think we'll call back again. Hello? What is going on? Okay, we have alternative number. Hello, Monica Moses.
Hello, ma.
Can you please let your noise where you are so that we can talk with you?
Yes, ma.
Okay, right away we have Mr. Elisha right connected to this office. He put a question to the house that when have you make attempt to come and collect your items and he refused you access to them or refused you collecting them from his house?
Ma, what really happened there is that when he called me, when we are discussing with him, when he requested for the generator, and I told him that, why do you want to collect that generator? You forgot that when you finish your house, I gave you cotton, and the same cotton you are using it, and you are together with a woman in the same house. I have never told anybody, I have never complained about it. Why do you want to collect generator? And I told him that I will not give him the generator. Elisha now got angry. I even sent you his voice call on WhatsApp. He started shouting on me, so serious that he can do anything. Ma, if you will play it now, you will listen to the way Elisha is shouting. That none of my thing will come out. That none of my thing that I will not collect it. That he can go to any length because of this issue, ma. That is why I come to you, because I know you are the only one to help me out, ma.
Okay, Elisha, did you hear what she said?
I'm listening to her.
Okay, you just heard her saying that she has called you. You called that you wanted your generator, and she told you she have her things in your place, which she also asked from you, and you told that you can go to any length to get the generator from that place. Is that statement true?
What happened when I asked for that generator?
Yeah.
And she is telling me, not giving me my generator. Whatsoever and whatever, she's coming to pick her property. Then I asked her, what does she mean? I'm asking of generator and she's asking of her property and she said she's coming to pick it. If she didn't give me my generator, if she had anything at all, I will not give it to her because I need my generator. If you want to give pick her property, she can come and pick her property, but my generator should be given to me.
Elisha, hold on. This is where... Hello, can you hear me?
But I've never made a generator to come and collect it. I refuse. But the question I even asked from the first place, how did she didn't give me the property to keep for her? She was the one that kept it, right?
Elisha.
I just want to clear that point first.
Elisha.
Am I the one she gave it to me? Or she kept it herself?
Hold on. We want to put a record straight so that we will know what to do next after today. Because one, we will live to respect everybody that respect this honorable office, and we live to respect everybody that will respect what the law says. We will live to respect everybody that will have human sympathy. We have nothing to lose, which I believe both of you are matured and both of you come from a responsible home, irrespective of financial status. We will employ both of you to give us all full cooperation we need in this office to resolve this case amicably. Otherwise, we can also take this case up no matter what. One, I want to ask you a question because I noticed that you listened to everything she said. Did you date this lady for 17 years?
I didn't get you well. Ask the last question, please.
Did you friend this Monica Moses for 17 good years?
I'm sorry, man. You said, did I do what?
Did you friend her for 17 years?
No.
I
We started that friendship in 2008.
2000 and what?
17 years or 15 years.
Hold on, sir. You started the relationship which year?
2008. 28.
2018 now is how many years, sir?
That should be around 13 or so.
Okay, that is around 13 years. Aside that,
Yeah.
did you tell the family of Monica Moses that you want to marry their daughter?
Yeah. I told you I paid some money on her.
That they said that is introduction, that you went there to do a formal introduction, that you intend to settle down with her if you finish your education. That introduction, that is not dowry. Okay, have you for once taken her to abort a pregnancy before now?
Pardon? Didn't get it well.
Have you for once aborted a pregnancy, her pregnancy that she was one pregnant for you and you asked her to abort and you took her to where they aborted the pregnancy?
No, no. I've not.
Hold on, I'm putting call across to her right away.
Hello, ma.
Monica Moses,
Yes, ma.
have Mr. Elijah for once taking you out to go and abort pregnancy for once since you people have been in courtship?
Yes, ma.
Which year exactly was that?
Ma, forget the year. Oh. That year I went to my uncle at Pew. That time I just come back. I just finished my secondary school. So I traveled to go and see one of my uncles.
Okay. How old was the pregnancy?
It's about 3 months, ma. 2 to
mo-
3 months.
3 months.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Mr. Elisha, have you heard what she said?
I heard what she said.
So have you for once taken her to abort a baby?
I say no, no whatsoever. I have not done that.
You've not done that.
I have not done it. So far she knows that for now the lady I'm staying with, or the lady that's pregnant for me, it's not as if I want to marry her. Yet I left her pregnancy to be born. Why should I have got her home that I want to marry her?
Okay, you kept this person for, according to you, for 13 good years that you want to marry her, and you were impregnating every other lady here and there. Can you tell the house the reason why you kept her all this while? You've not been able to pay dowry on her, neither did you take her to the house. After keeping her for 13 good years and you told the parents that you are going to marry her, instead of settling down with her and you decided to be impregnating other people. Can you tell us the reason why you could not fulfill that promise?
Good. When I started friending with her, in the first place,
Yeah.
when I went to her parents, are you with me?
Yes.
When I went to her parents actually agreed that we should do the marriage at that very particular time.
Okay.
But I wasn't ready at that year, so we postponed it to 2009. And at that time I got admission. So I complained to her that I got an admission. How would you want to do? I think it's for her own good. And she agreed. Before I left for school, I also gave her an admission in one of the polytechnics to run her diploma because we met the parents. The parents said he cannot afford to sponsor her again because she's the firstborn. If they want to sponsor her again, it will accept the younger one. So I said that on my own. I got her in school while I also went for school. She dumped that because she was having problems at home. In a case of kidnapping, when they came, I took her to FS office in last year. And I was the one that went to a barrister to go and bail her out. After that, she met a woman in that SS and took her to Kano. So when I was in the school, I told her I don't want her to be in Kano because she may be going out of hand. She said no. She remained there. After I finished school, I tell my parents to go to their parents. Before I even tell my parents to go to our parents, I told them I'm now through. Can she call home? She said I should go and finish everything that I wanted to do at home. Then she would just come over. I was complaining, are you just coming to attend my wedding? We're going to arrange this thing together and you are there. You are telling me I should prepare everything. I can't do that. The reason why I'm even saying I can't do that, she was engaged with another person. Called, and is it Chindo?
Chindo.
Yes, Chindo Jero, something like that.
Okay.
So when we were together, she didn't tell me. She was giving me excuses. She has job. She has that. What if she come home and I didn't marry her? I said, why not? She said she can't come home. I should go and pay everything on her. Then she cannot come home to do the wedding. I said, I can't do that.
Okay,
because
she
we need
was.
to plan this thing together.
Hold on, please. She was in
At the end of
Kano.
the day,
Elisha, hold on.
are you coming up?
She was in Kano.
Okay. Yeah,
And you
she
called.
was in Kano.
Then you have finished your education.
I've not finished. I'm about to.
So you asked her
At
to
that
come
time,
over.
so there is no much thing to pay on my education. So I asked her to come over so that we can continue with the program.
Okay. How long did
So she
she?
refused it.
How long did she?
Pardon?
How long did she stay in Kano?
Since 2009 to date, she's there.
2019. And where are you staying?
I am in Nasara. I school in Bauchi. I finish and I come back to Nasara State.
And where is her parents staying?
Her parents is in Nasara State also.
Okay, so you ask her to leave Kano to Nasarawa so that both of you can plan
Yes.
the marriage. And she refused.
Yes. Yes.
And that was when?
Why she's getting... That was 2014, I think. 2014.
2014, you started relationship with her 2008, then you finish, you almost finished your school 2014, and you ask her to return.
I'm about to finish at that 2014.
Yeah, that is
Because
what I
I finished
said.
that 2014, yeah.
Okay, and she vividly,
When I
she
started
refused.
to her home. Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So when she told me that, actually I went to the parents to complain. They said, well, it is our arrangement because I was the one that tell her to go to school. Now it's getting out of hand. They don't want to attend to that. I said, no problem. So by 2015, I relaxed 2016 and then say, okay, I'll tell my parents to go to the parents and say, no problem. Even if you will answer the call, the question on marriage by phone, I'm ready. Let us just do it and pass that way. They went to the parents 3 times also. They said they were getting to her, she has complaint to make. So if they finish with her, they will call on us. We should just calm down. We should not be coming again since we have been coming and becoming and becoming. So my parents relaxed. They gave me the information. I said, okay. Before 2017, I went for my NYC. I came back, we were together like that. Then before the day I called her that I want my generator, she called me. I also have that video, that coverage also. Because that day I recorded the talk. She said she has 2 people in her life now which she wants to marry. One in Nasarawa, one in another place. She's confused anyway, but she wants to ask me, if she says she wants to marry now, how will I ask you? I said, well, no problem. That is how God makes it. All this while I've been praying that let the will of God be done. If she says she's not marrying me again, fine. No wala. I will hold it like that. She said, okay, that's why she don't want to cut me unaware. That's why she wants to announce it to me that at the end of this year, she'll be married. I said, okay. So that is why the following morning or in the evening, I called her that, that's her information pains me. And because he hurt me internally, there is nothing I can do. And I was sleeping. I'm not feeling cold again. I'm feeling heat because there is heat over here. So can you just pass my generator to me, so that I can be able to take care of the internal heat that I'm feeling? That is exactly what I told her. Then she said she's not giving me. I'm not mature. What will I ask of my generator? And the party she's talking about that she gave me 40. She was not the one that gave me that 40. When she's at Kano, she was staying with one woman. So they wanted to change the curtains. Then she told me that, do I need curtain? Her madam wants to change curtain. I said, yes. She said, okay, how money do I need? I said, she knows my house. Now, at least she should take me exactly the one that can be okay for me. She should take it. I asked the woman, how much am I going to pay? At the beginning, she said 15,000. Then the later time, she said, since I'm the one, no problem. I should take it for free. That woman, then she was called Mommy Bala, but now she told me that woman is no longer in country. She went to Ghana. I don't know, but that is what we did with her. She's not the one that gave me that curtain. It's the woman that gave me directly to me.
Okay.
So she was complaining, gave me curtain, that and that, she's not giving me my generator. Then I said, how? That is just the generation. Why she says she's leaving the relationship, she's married by the end of the year. I don't have any excuse with that. Since it has been long and God didn't not to be like that, no problem. I said, okay, no problem. But now give me my generator. That is what it began. But I can go back memory lane to give you some expenses that I done on her and some things that I can be able to endure in her that stays so this long. It's not as if she's expert all along the way. This is the person that kidnapped somebody. We went there to FS to rescue her. I had to go to a very expensive barrister to rescue her from that thing.
How do you mean that she kidnapped somebody? Mr. Elisha.
To Abuja.
Mr. Elisha, hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you mean that she kidnapped somebody?
That was the case against her when they took her to FS office. That somebody was alleging that he kidnapped his son or daughter, I don't know.
Okay,
that's number one.
Okay.
And that is what took her to Kano. That is the genesis of her leaving Nasarawa to Kano. Secondly, there was a time we were to hear that time the father was alive. That she's doing business, buying and selling, buying from one place, put it in store and reselling. That very person reported that she stole half bag of granite, seedling. I and that, we paid off that thing. Before when I get engaged with her, she was doing the business. I gave her 30,000 naira to back up her business in the first place. So everybody has his own left and right. I'll be able to endure that because I love her. And she's also be able to endure some of the wrong things I did because I know it's for love. But because she's not somebody, that is why she's breaking these issues. And I'm not counting it against her. Since she don't want to do the marriage again, she wants to marry by the end of the year. As it's only generator I asked to. Why are these so many things for her? The first admission she got, I abandoned it, I'll go to Kano. I was the one that looked for that admission. When she was at Kano, when the woman left for Ghana, she left her stranded there. I was the one that gave her accommodation. I paid for that accommodation for good 3 years. From 2012 down to 2014, I think. Or 2011 to 2013. When she was yet getting the job she's doing now. But she forgotten all this. And I didn't claim that. I didn't say she should pay me. I didn't even say she should pay me my introduction. I only said I didn't give you that generator. I only lay it to you. Can you please give it to me? Because I'm feeling it internally, both internally and externally. Can you eat my external heat? And she started blaming me. Why should I not be matured for once?
Okay, but you were in a relationship with her when you impregnated one person.
Yeah.
Okay, if you...
And the reason why happened,
yeah.
I'll give you a reason why that happened, and I thought vividly. When I'm telling her to come home, let's start this relationship, let's move on, she refused. And I learned, she came home with what that thing that I'm saying, and they are preparing to come and start another interpretation on her by August. When I learned that, I said, okay, no problem. I started to retrieving myself from her. So I got attached to another lady. She complained about the lady, and I said, okay, the reason why you see that lady always close with me is this. You are not where to be found. And this is what I learned. She actually accepted it. That the reason there is that the man is coming to pick her for her job every morning. She's taking care of her. Me, more than I do. I said, okay, no problem. because I love her, even up to the last time she told me, I really love the girl. I'm trying to get her out of my mind. It's not going. So I said, no problem. I'll be waiting. If you successfully marry, fine. But if you didn't marry, I'm there. You can still come back. After some time, she now called me. She discovered that the man got married and he's having 2 kids and it's a wedding couple. So he cannot be able to go on. I told her to come back. Let's go. Let's continue. I want her to test that so that she will know that where I have gone wrong is not by my wish. Now she has gone wrong. She should come back. Let's begin another journey altogether. That is what happened. And when we did that, when that girl is pregnant, everything of that girl that I pay on, she supplied it from Kano. So it's a cordial thing. She won't understand what happened.
What about the second person? Because we learned that the woman is living with you now. So how will you ask somebody
what now I'm trying to say,
yeah,
I've retrieved myself from her. And when that thing happened, we were able to iron it. I'm telling her to come and let's pursue things together. She's refusing to come. By my call, by my conversation with her, I know she's no longer interested in that place. That is why I started to retrieve myself onto tactically. And that is why I was able to hold what she started her announcement to me that she's going to marry by the end of the year. If I was there at that time,
hello, Mr. Elisha. Hello?
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay, you said your purpose of leaving her, the purpose of not settling down with her is because you people are having a distance relationship and she refused to come back when you were asking her to return back. And that was what prompted you to impregnate the second person that is currently living with you.
What prompted me to friend another person. That was the issue of pregnancy is a different case altogether.
How is it a different thing altogether?
Ma, that is a different issue between me and that lady. I don't know whether if that lady could now come that we will need to set our own case before we should divert to that place now. This is Monica's case, Adi.
Monica told what she said is different from what you are saying, and that is what I'm asking you.
That is me. She didn't agree that when that girl get pregnant from the first place, she didn't know. I complained and I apologized to her, and we reared that child or that pregnancy together, me and her. Is she denying it?
That is the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But this person that is in your house now, is it her first pregnancy for you?
One is that she is already off of that relationship. I know this. Should I keep the relationship that she's not calling me with another person?
So do you confirm that? Did you confirm that Monica Moses? Hold on. Did you confirm? Did you have any proof, any evidence that Monica Moses was living with Chido Jerome as at the time you were saying?
I have evidence that the baby come to the parents to seek out their hand in marriage. The parents are even testifying.
Chido Jerome went to their house to ask her hand in marriage.
Yes, before she discovered that he's married with 2 kids.
Okay, but with the situation of things now, are you still willing to marry her?
If she's ready.
If she's ready, you are ready to marry her?
Yeah.
What happened with the person that is living with you now? Are you a Muslim or you want to marry both of them?
What I want me to, how I wish to concentrate is between me and Monica now. Between me and the other person, we don't have problem. So the issue of that person coming in, I don't know.
You are the man. You own the both women. If Monica accepts, if you are to...
Yeah, I don't have a plan. I don't have plan of marrying that lady. She knows. And she too, she knows. Monica, she knows. And she, the other person, she knows. Because whenever she's coming, if she's in my house, she will leave the house for her.
Hello, ma.
Hello, Monica.
Yes, ma.
I believe you heard what Mr. Elisha said. Are you ready to go back? Because he said you have with understanding with him the first pregnancy, and this second one, each time you are coming to his house, the lady leave, and he make every effort to bring you, asking you to come from Kano so as to plan your marriage, but you refused. Because I believe I trust I asked you before now that what kept you on all this while, that you have not been able to took in for the guy, neither did you settle down for how many years. You never told me because you are in Kano that this guy have put effort asking you to return back, but you refused.
Because I said I'm pregnant, he's denying it. I have my uncle number. Ma, you can call him and tell my uncle to talk between him and God, whether he knows something like that about the pregnancy or not.
Which pregnancy?
The one I took in for Elisha.
Well, no,
that time that I
hold on. You cannot talk about pregnancy of how many years. I'm talking about now that Elisha asked you to come back from Kano and you refused to return back. Was that true? Yes or no?
Ma, it's because he's marrying other women with him. I can't marry somebody like that, ma.
I said yes or no.
No, ma.
You did not refuse to come back?
No, ma. I just discovered that he's the one that told me this issue. The last one he told me is December period that I traveled for Christmas. He came to our house. For the first time, I wanted to go to his house.
We don't have me. I cannot.
That lady is there and she's pregnant for him.
Hold on. You know, one thing I've told some of you, you will use your card to call us back. One thing I have told some of you that report in this office, if you are coming to report here, make sure you come with equity, come with clean hands. Don't come in here without standing to provide us useful and genuine truth, genuine stories. Because I've asked you this question more than how many times. You can call us back. Monica, you can call us back so that we ask you our relevant question that we need to put across to you. If this man impregnated somebody and you bear it that he impregnated the lady and both of you nurtured the pregnancy and the person gave birth without minding, then you left Kano. So you left your village where you were staying with your fiancé before he engaged you. So Kano without his consent. And he got to be aware, he got angry. And when he was about finishing his school, he asked you to return back so that both of you can plan your marriage. You refused. How would you be coming to claim how many years the man have kept you? Please call us back on 090302484 if you want to quickly contribute to this case of Monica and Elisha. You have heard from Monica last 2 weeks. You have equally heard from the statement of Elisha. Can you quickly put call across to this house? And Monica, you can call us back so as we can ask you some relevant question that is very important. Marai Defender.
Hello, my.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and tell us.
Ma, I said when the time Elisha called me.
Yeah.
The time Elisha is talking about, there was a certain time that he told me that I should leave my work and come back home and stay with my parents. That he will observe me before he will prepare to the marriage. Before we will prepare to the marriage. And now ask him. There is a lot of people, you will see them, they will be in different stages. They will prepare for their marriage. When the time is close, then they will marry themselves. Then they will now decide where they will stay. Are they going to leave the other work or they will stay together for the distance? I didn't even see any seriousness in Elisha because Elisha has his children already. All this thing Elisha is doing is because he noticed that I want to move on. You don't want me to go and marry. Man, this is wickedness. This is somebody that is having 3 kids. Let Elisha leave me alone. I can't marry somebody like Elisha, man. I want to go ahead with my life. Let Elisha leave me. Let Elisha give me all my things. And I will send the generator for you to see with the television Elisha is talking about, with the third time decoder he gave to me. It's not even up to the money of the curtain I gave to him. But I can even send Elisha thing. He said there is one woman that used to send this goods for him. Okay, let him tell that woman, so that if the woman wants to send his own goods, she let me know. I will send the generator down to him. Let my younger one go to his place and collect my things. I just need my things. I don't need anything from Elisha. If I send the voice call that Elisha is talking to me that day, Elisha told me that he can go to any length that I have never known him. You can even play it because I sent it to you through your WhatsApp. That he can do anything. Such person can even kill a woman.
Okay, in your own stand now, you are not interested in the marriage.
I'm not interested. If Elisha wants his money, let him tell me. I will send the money to him.
Which money?
And if it's the generator with the decoder is Elisha problem, I can send them. But what I need from Elisha, let Elisha give me my things.
The things you have not even given a specific numbers of what you are claiming. I have asked you before now. You say something, you have 100,000, if not more. What and what did you put there? You say that thing that have set, that plastic that have set, the other one that have said, no name, no specific prescription. What do you really put in this man's house? He asked again, did you give him
that plastic drum that they used to pour water? It's two. So because it's a rubber, there is the way they used to sell it in Kano. There is the way they used to sell it. They will bring it. There is plenty like that. I didn't count it, but I packaged it in one big sack like that. I know all the things I buy in Elisha. I keep in Elisha house, but man, Elisha know it, and he even said it that I keep my things in his house. What I need, my siblings will go to him, let him release my things, even though it's not complete. Even though Elisha removed some of my things, I left him with God, man. But me, I just need my things from him.
I say, what and what did you put there?
I have set of pots.
Set of pot. Hold on.
The big one and the small one.
Hold on. The set of pot. It's okay.
Ma?
The set of pot is how many? When you say set of pot, you have 3 pieces of set of pot, 2 pieces, 5 pieces.
It's 5 pieces, ma.
And what again?
And I have one box. That box is my clothes and the cotton he's talking about.
Your clothes. Box
yes,
of clothes. One box. Clothes and cotton. And what again?
And I have set of drum. That drum is 2 inside with a lot of small things inside. I can't say it, but I packaged it in one sack and I tied the sack.
So since you don't know the small things that is inside, what exactly do you want this woman?
Let him just give me the fact that the set of drum is inside. Let him just give me. I know it. As I'm even talking to you, even though as we have misunderstanding with Elisha, I know he will not lose that thing and carry it. Let him just release my things for me. That is what I want from you.
I say, what and what did you have there, woman? Release your things. Inside. Release your things.
And
so what?
This,
hold on.
Kitchen this thing that they used to put plate.
You see now, kitchen this thing.
But I packed it inside one sack. Let him just release my things like that.
You have to give us. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You are not talking to kids. You that pack your things there, you must give a specific things that you know you keep in that house. What are the things you keep there? This thing is not a thing. This thing is not a property. What are the things you put there? That is what we want to hear. And before now today,
all my things that I have in Elisha house, Elisha know it, ma.
You are the one to tell us.
Let Elisha just release my things.
You are the one to tell us.
Elisha will fear God, he will release them. Because of those, the set of drum I'm talking about, ma. I have this set of filter. It's about 5. And I have drum, the big one too.
Miss,
I have.
Hold on.
There are many inside.
Hello.
I have this big cooler that they use full flask, but it's very big.
Mr. Elisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you hearing what this woman was saying?
I'm with you, ma.
Okay, let me just be sincere. Let me be frank with you, because I'm not talking to you. Since you don't want to listen to me, you want just to keep talking there while I talk to Elisha. When you get my attention, you can listen to what I'm saying. Because when you are talking, you should listen to people. You can't be talking without listening. Mr. Elisha, did you hear what she was saying?
I'm with her. I'm hearing.
Okay, please, whatever, those things that she said she kept in your house, and she's willing to return your generator, we would want to appeal to you for this case to be resolved amicably. Because if we want to check on the hours, the years that she has spent, I don't want us to go into law as far as that is concerned, because both of you have had good time before now. And if things could not work out, let both of you part in a peaceful way, because the world is still very little. You've gotten some kids, which I know you are praying for your children, either male or female, to be better off than yourself. We cannot live to heap off curses in the life of our children, or heaping problems ahead of unborn children that know nothing or that are innocent of the sins of their parents. You've dated this lady in the past. You've had good time with her, according to you, which I believe she equally did the same with you. If the relationship have gone sour and things cannot work out between both of you, seize nothing that belongs to her. If they have touched anything that she have kept in that house, you can appeal to her, you can give it out to her, even if they have touched it, or if you want to replace it, you replace it. Asking your girlfriend, you have kind of knowledge of her for years, for 13 or 8 good years. You cannot tell this house that you've not have kind of knowledge of this person. You are a learned person. You have been to school, and I believe you must be an enlightened person, and you must behave as one. If your relationship with her cannot go on, one, you betrayed the trust between you and her, not by cheating or having any other affair with a woman. You went to the extent of having an unprotected affair with a lady which you impregnated, and you confirmed that she showed concern and she forgave you, and both of you trained and nurtured that pregnancy until the person gave birth. Okay, what happened? Because at times we blame men in some issues that happen in a relationship, and at times we blame women in some character they put up in a relationship, forgetting our own lapses that we have created in that relationship. There is no reasonable woman with her better senses that walk out of a relationship that is a close concern, and the person is dear and loved you even no matter the distance. We have seen so many people that have been in a distant relationship, far even not, how many hours ahead, kilometers across the board, and at the end of the day they keep the faithfulness and they come back to each other and have themselves back again as couples. And much more a relationship that been between how many kilometers from where you are schooling and where she's living. There is no true, the relationship have been sour, and no, you people have break the vow of sincerity in that courtship, and which leads to one thing or the other that both of you are facing today. I would not want us to be going back and be talking what prompted this or what prompted that. Both of you have defaulted in your relationship, you have failed. And since it cannot work out, I will appeal to you as a man who have first breached and break the covenant or the agreement or whatever bond both of you by impregnating somebody. Please have a flashback of a good relationship you have here in the past to make sure this case died peacefully without any other further issues arising. Because if things are in that house and those things does not belong to you, at any given time you look at those things and you know they don't belong to you, neither the lady you kept in your house. It's like you are depriving her of her property, which shouldn't be. You cannot see somebody's property. Now she's willing to return back your generator. Everything she kept in your house, we want those things returned back to her peacefully, please. Can that be done?
Ma,
Yeah.
even before now, when she resolved that with me that she's going to marry by December,
Yeah.
we did that peacefully. And I don't have, why should I hold her thing for? I don't have money of you holding, even if it's for she forgot her hair. One piece of hair in my house, she can take it. Why will I use it? For what?
Okay, are you saying, what are you trying to tell
But my
us?
problem is that
Yeah.
she brought
Go ahead.
whatever she thinks she kept house, even this night that she wanted to take it, I'm willing to give it to her. Why will I use them for? If
So-
I had anything that I wanted to claim for her, that I have done it on cause of dowry, I can go to the parent and seek for that, not even her.
Okay, so those things she kept there, they are intact. They have not been used.
Excuse me, one thing she has been saying, her things are there, her things are there, her things are there. That's why I asked the question from the beginning. Did he really give me those things to keep, or she kept it herself? If she kept it herself, she can come and pick them. If I'm the one that keep it for them, let her give me that thing.
No, Mr.
Let her
Elijah.
clarify it.
Mr. Elisha,
Because all these things are she's counting. I don't know.
Mr. Elisha,
I'm not saying she doesn't have things in my house.
okay.
I'm with you, ma.
Okay, I'm trying to get. I want to like get your statement cleared. Are you like saying her
Yeah.
things is not in your custody or in your house, or you are not aware that she kept them, or you don't touch them? So if she kept them, she should come and keep
Ma,
them.
come back. Ma, come back again.
Okay.
Along the line, the thing got trapped. Please.
Okay. My
Your
question.
question was.
My question is this. I said, I want to get your statement clear. Are you telling the
Yeah.
house that she did not keep anything in your house, or those things
No,
are
she
there?
kept.
Okay. Okay.
She kept.
Okay.
She kept.
Thank you. So the
Yeah.
bone of contention now is that whatever she kept, she should come and pick them. You are not using them.
Yes.
You don't seize them,
I'm not
and
using
you
them
cannot
one.
give account of what she kept.
I'm not using them
She
one.
that keep it know
Yeah.
what she kept, so she should come and pick them.
Yes.
Monica Moses, can you give us a final call, please? Monica Moses, please quickly give us a final call. While we await for a call, I want to give a peaceful advice to young men and ladies over there. I always put, like today, I think, okay, let's have a call back. Yeah, Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening. Yeah, you heard
My
what
Monica.
Mr. Elisha said.
Yes, ma, I heard him, ma.
Okay, he never denied that your things are not in his custody, and you have just said that you want to return the generator back to him. We have not heard from him. He has not mentioned anything about generator today, except that he called you that he wanted generator, he wants to make use of it, this and that. Are you using the generator, or you are willing to return the generator back to him?
Ma, I'm using it, but I can return it to him, no problem.
Okay, Elisha, can you forfeit that generator for the fact that you have kept this girl for how many years? Can you forfeit it?
My problem is this. If you could have told me, please, I'm using generator, because
Yeah.
we have finished everything amicably, I could have considered that. What you told me, why am I not mature? How will I ask of the generator? That is what comes to the problem. If you ask me, bros, I want to use generator, can you please leave it for me?
Yeah.
I'm different than that. That will be okay. But why would she claim it by force?
Okay, now understand,
That is
because
what-
one, communications matters a lot, because you can, what I always say, when you speak to people in a calm manner, you gain more than when you decided to be rude to people. Now that Monica Moses call us back, because you can hear what you are saying, whatever. Okay, now she says she's using it. If you don't mind, the house want to appeal to you, leave that generator for her, let her get her things from your apartment so that you can go on with your life and build your new life again. Okay?
She's given the generator to me, so I can leave it for her, no problem.
Thank you
And
very
she can
much.
come and take everything that belongs to her, even a single hair from my house.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elisha. I am grateful to have you back in the house. Thank you very much and good evening.
You are welcome.
All right, bye.
Very much.
Okay, how so good? So far, so good. We have come to an end of this case this evening. You've heard from Mr. Elisha, which from every statement from the beginning to the end. You've heard what he said. He has forfeit the generator to Miss Monica Moses, and he also agreed and give the full agreement to the house that Mr. Monica Moses can come over to his house to pick everything down to the pin for whatsoever she thinks she left in his house. She is free and well protected to come over there to pick her belongings, and that is the end. So thank you very much, and God bless you. My peaceful advice to every one of you this evening, I believe there is nobody, for so many have made mistake in the past, which you bring cases like this to the public, not to rubbish anybody, not to talk down anybody, not to insult nobody, but to give out what we have experienced for others to use as a deterrent, as a lesson, not to fall victim of such circumstances. Monica Moses, of course, I know if she give birth to a baby girl or however, I believe she will guide her baby jealously, not to go into a long dating relationship that will waste all your precious and unique milky days before you settle down with no any benefits. It can happen to anybody. So many people have made same mistake, which is not also proper. Marriage is not for boys. Marriage is for matured men and women. Marriage is for ladies and guys, not ladies as in 18, 10, 15, whatsoever. If you have attained the level of marriage, then you settle for marriage. Don't go into long courtship with nobody. Be you man or female, in school, secondary school, universities, gone are the days that people date their schoolmates and at a point waiting for the person to finish your school, finish your work, and have some reasonable amount of money, then you settle the marriage. No, it's not that easy. And in that kind of a relationship, women are tend to get older than the man they are waiting for. So be neutral. Be at the age, at the fence when you are in courtship with somebody. Don't be overdated. Don't delay your time so much. Delay no man time, delay no woman time, so that everybody will be happy at the end of the day. You have nothing to lose. So please take this, share this page, like it, share it, let it go viral so that so many people will learn from this mistake. I want to appreciate this person that keeps saying share, 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 share. I cannot really pick your name because it keeps flowing, but I've thumbed you, I've liked your efforts to tell the people to keep sharing this. I bless you this evening. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Remain blessed. See you tomorrow for another information. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Please, you have heard that we're going on another lockdown in the next new week. Please, for those of you that have checked, that have a flashback mind of what is going on in Nigeria here, please don't hesitate to support the house in any way you can. We appreciate. Keep safe, maintain social distances, make sure you remain safe, encourage others, your loved ones, to be safe. Thank you very much. I love you all. Bye.